That should do it. Yeah, I bet it is doing it. I bet it is. I bet you're doing it. I bet you're doing it right now. And I don't even know it yet. So congratulations for being ahead of time. That's a skill not many can claim they are that they've acquired, I guess. Since it's all bullshit anyways. Dude, I don't even get coasters, but I do understand putting a paper towel under your drink. But coasters are stupid. Unless you're trying to get a coaster-shaped ring on your table. That would be a situation you could easily run into. I've got a couple TikTok requests that I might just do if I don't see some ideas just pouring in any second now. Some examples of such requests are not a smiley face, but the power symbol was requested. Where is that? And I kind of like that. I'm definitely not against a power symbol. In fact, that might end up just because today I was hoping that might be dope. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes to see if all of you have any ideas that you just wanna just throw out there and just see what sticks. There's a bunch of ideas on the wall that have stuck already, but it's just a matter of time of when to pull it off the wall and put it onto my sleeve. For instance, a pigeon in a top hat was recommended. But the problem with that is I can pretty much guarantee I don't know how to draw a pigeon in a top hat. Like, I know it has a beak. I know that you would have to have a little pointy type mouth and then a head. And that's pigeons do that. And then they have a breast and a tail. But already you're seeing why I can't do a pigeon in a top hat right now, because basically this is what I've come up with for how to pull that off. I mean, I won't lie, it's a great pigeon. No, see, it's a dick. It's always, every time I draw something just off the top of my head without practicing first, it will look as much like a dick as it could. I mean, even this power symbol, it's really not that far off, you know? So we should probably try to pick things that are super not dick-shaped before actually drawing it. No, but seriously, it is Tuesday, and like I said, and like I have been, and like nobody would ever argue otherwise, I've been giving myself a tattoo on this live stream every single Tuesday for about the last decade. So if you're wondering about how, when this show comes on and how much you can expect it to remain going forward, that's the kind of reliability that you can write down in your notebook as a reason that you followed, that you subscribed to this channel and scream this live scream. But it looks like it's probably going to be a power symbol because I actually really like the idea. Plus, there's no other ideas happening right now. So I think I'm going to do it like small. And then this way I can show off to the TikTokers. I can be like, hey, just so you guys know, you're influential too, something like that. It's actually a good idea, the power symbol. I don't know if I should do it. I think it might be one that I could just do freehand, and it could look kind of cool, but maybe that's also a bad idea. Maybe I should enjoy my time having access to tracing paper before I, like when you don't have tracing paper and then you look at all the tattoos that you did not using tracing paper and they look bad, and you know that you had tracing paper at the time, and then you just like kick yourself. You know what I'm talking about? We've all been there. Let me make sure that I'm not, yeah. Oh, it's cool. It is that. It's this circle with this line thing. Linda, I knew you woulda. I knew you shoulda, woulda, coulda. I've been just drawing dicks though, so it's not. You didn't miss anything so far. The fact that you're even saying I almost missed your stream, I'm just like, I missed my stream last week, so you're technically more consistent than I am. How about that? I was thinking about doing a tooth, but again, because a bunch of people on TikTok actually suggested doing a tooth tattoo, and I was like, well, I was thinking about getting a tooth one. It is good. Everything is going to be okay to me now. Now, in my eyes, all is good. So, shout out to Linda. Shout out to everybody watching this in the future and in the past. If you're seeing this, if you're in the past right now and you're watching this, and maybe it's because you're originally from the future and you time traveled backwards and you brought an episode with you, I can't really think of another way that you would have access to a future stream in the past, because you'd have to have technology sent to you from the future. So let's just assume that you are actually from the future and that maybe you just brought this. Anyway, whenever you're watching this, thanks so much. And then the closer you are to the moment that it's being created, the more it is proportionately is how much I'm appreciative, is wherever to the moment. So, but yeah, I don't think I'm actually. Let's see if I'm getting any weird proportionalities wrong about a power symbol. It's simple. I should keep it simple. I really like that idea. Should I put a circle around it? No, that's too much room for error. If I put a circle around the power symbol, then you're gonna see that one of the circles isn't like the other. Okay. I think it might be best. Isn't this pencil cool? By the way, if you don't have a pen, that's okay. You can use anything. I was actually planning with this stencil paper. My plan was to use a meat thermometer in the drawer. I was to just pull that out and I'll just scratch shapes. In fact, since it's such a simple shape, I think that's a fun. Or instead we'll use this corkscrew to draw our little. I thought I was gonna have fun using the rainbow pencil as but yeah, it's like the kind where if you sharpen it, it like changes color. That's why all these power symbols are different colors in the dicks and stuff. But now that I know that I'm doing something easy enough, I can draw it with a corkscrew. We'll just scratch it on in. And then that will feel cool. It will feel like a drawing that was created with a corkscrew, because it was. And that's kind of the fun of reality as I see it. Sometimes reality is fun, and that's cool. For instance, drawing a tattoo with a corkscrew. You can even just see it barely, but you can really see it. It's this little one right here. It's the only one. Yeah, it's right there. It really works. So I'll always know when I look at this power symbol that it was drawn with a corkscrew, and it just puts a little oomph. And every tattoo I have, ideally, I mean, some of them, if I was depressed when I gave it to myself, maybe it doesn't have as much oomph. Power button have crossed my mind too. Maybe I should just do it. Linda, if you do a power button, I'm sure I can come up with some sort of cool prize situation just because of time. It would, because May got the pig in a blanket tattoo, but I got it way after. But if we both got a power button tattoo within a certain time period, that's definitely an award. There's definitely an achievement associated with that kind of action, so we'll talk. But yeah, it's kind of a cool, easy symbol, but recognizable. It also, I like, what I really like about it, I remember when I learned about the power button, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool, is it's It represents a binary. It represents like on or off, because it's a combination of pushing buttons that don't match up with the scene you're trying to add, and trying to make a show seem like you've got it really under control. But it's a combination of, within code, you've got ones and zeros, right? I should actually, if I'm going to try to be a demonstratable person, I should, you got your ones and you got your zeros. Is this scientific demonstration of code? This teaches code. It's ones and zeros, folks. In case you want to understand the matrix, also, here's my matrix conspiracy theory. It's ones and zeros, huh? So, if you combine the 1 and the 0, you end up with this really nifty symbol, and it's what they use to represent the on-off switch typically on computerized devices. And what this represents is that one press of the button will activate the 1 mode as the answer to the question, is the power on? And then the other click of the button will represent the 0 input, which would mean no, the power is not on. There is 0 power on, or there is 1 power on. And then that goes on to the rest of the codes. It starts off with your intention, and that is facts. That's just factual. Well, I'm excited that this is going to be an easy one because I have a lot of homework to do. So I just gotta. I want to make it I don't want to make it too small, but I don't want to make it too big. And I also want it to not look stupid. But I don't think there's any getting around that necessarily. That's not it. Let's keep doing it. A lot of the power buttons seem to have a very unfinished O for the O portion of the symbol. So there we go. Oh boy. That's it. That's it. That's the shape we want. Ooh, it's perfect. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Yeah, I see. I have a power button on my computer, and I can tell that is what the shape is. So I'm going to, fuck yeah. We're just going to rip that around. There we go. And we'll rip that one around too. But we don't want to bring the other one with it. Oh, we're going to bring a little bit with it. That's no problem. We'll just remember. Or here, we can even rip it off right now. What a rip-off! All right. Yeah. Black. I wish it was... Yours should be black, too, if you have black. It's a power button. Like, classic. It's like, if you put a color... If you did a color of a power button, that would sort of imply... that color is representative of one of the binaries. So if you did like a green power button, then it would imply that one of the modes for that button is orange. If you did a red power button, then the other mode would be blue. But if you do a black power button, because black is a combination of all the colors, then the other symbol, the other color opposite of that would be no color. In tattoo terms, in pigment terms. So it's black and it's on. It's all the colors in one. And then if you were to turn it off, it wouldn't be there. It would be 0. So yeah, black for sure. See, and I probably could have come up if we chose blue. I probably would have come up with a good reason why blue makes sense, but I'm glad I didn't have to. Okay, we got our thingy. My spoon is still wet with rubbing alcohol because I didn't want to burn it today. Maybe I just wasn't feeling all that destructive. Is that okay? I think it is. Maybe I just didn't feel like burning shit. Oh, my back. I don't know what happened to my back, but it is doing something. Usually I know exactly what happened. When I think about why my back hurts, I'm like, yeah, because I did that thing, but not today. And I didn't wake up feeling this way either. But luckily, you don't need a back to give yourself a tattoo. All you need is an imagination, which mine's never been sprained. Yeah, no. I have to be extra clean today because I'm doing because I'm not in my own kitchen right now. So I have to be careful. I'm on the road, I guess you could say. Oh, be careful. Oh, don't spill. Oh, eek. Okay, I would have shown you if I knew it was gonna. Yes, but I'm thinking some type of glow behind it. You are absolutely right about the glow. I don't know how you would do half or half, but it does sound really cool. I'm probably gonna have to add glow to. I'll probably add. I just only have black ink right now. That's why I made that whole excuse for using just black. So a glow is actually a good idea because it's a power button. So that's fair. Okay, so I've already decided I'm gonna put mine in the right spot. It's gonna go right up in here, which is, I'm excited. There we go. I'm gonna get these camera things right one of these days, and then it's gonna be like a whole, oh, that's great. That is a great angle. Thank you, Lord. Is it just me, or is the Lord so with it? Like, the Lord totally gets it. That's one of the best things about him. Or her. Who knows? Yeah, I don't even have to shave because I don't have hair on my elbow. So that's never really an issue, but I do want to kind of keep my... There we go. Yes. Oh, yeah. Guys, I get so fucking excited about angles. You know? Like when an angle is just like look at this angle, for instance. Wait, I gotta get the right angle. There we go. There we go. Now that is a good angle. And then it's poking and dipping. And it's just that easy. And then I want my whole perfect framed frame. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so let's get our DO. And we'll have it. I had it, it was up all the way for some reason. Okay. It's cold because it was in my car. Alright. Okay, I think I just need to not stop at this point. Okay, I don't want my elbow to touch that thing. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna put this down up in here and nestle it in here. Oh, I'm gonna nestle it up next to this thing. Right up in there. That's a good spot. Well, it's gonna hang. Ooh, I should keep that in mind. It's gonna have to, I'm gonna have to pay attention to my because when it hangs, it sits different. Oh, you can't, yeah. It like dimples in. So when I put it on there, if I were to just put it there, then it would look different when my arm is hanging than when I tattooed it. So I'm gonna put the stencil on my arm in the tattoo spot that I want, as it hangs, and then that way after I tattoo it, it'll be correct. And that's basic stuff. But I just learned it because I've given myself so many tattoos in my stretched out skin form, and then they turn out weird, and I'm like, I better fucking give myself a lesson on this. That should actually probably, I'm gonna say it out loud so I remember, but a nice little video about tattoo placement, like how to pick the actual spot on your body, because it's not easy. It's actually like probably one of the harder parts of giving yourself each tattoo. There we go. Let's see how it turned out. Perfect. I love that. It's so easy. And then it just sits nestled in perfect there. Oh, I'm gonna like this tattoo. I like today. This is a good tattoo day. So, I guess it's just poking. No, I'm gonna let it dry a second. How are you, Linda? How are things? What's a thing? What's something going on? And if anybody else, what's up? About it. What's with it, you could say. I will not be smoking right now, because it would be disrespectful to this house. I think luckily, since it doesn't have too much detail, I can just wipe it now. And I don't have to worry too much about losing it, because now that I know exactly where it's gonna go in the general shape and outline of it, that's kind of the part that always trips me up, is just knowing where each part like kind of ends. You don't have to get everything right. If you see where it starts and ends, you can make it look good. See, if that was a more detailed tattoo, I might be devastated right now, but since it's just not, I'm just not, and it's really something else. It's a nice experience. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I told myself that I would have a better stream if I did it hungry, and I'm not sure if that's true. What kind of food do you like? I know that's like a pretty broad question, but like, for instance, if somebody asked me that, I would say sauerkraut, and that's like something that people are like, oh, that says something. Or like, my daughter really loves hard-boiled eggs, and that's like a thing. You know, everybody's got like one or two foods where it's like, this is what I'm into right now. I could eat this all day, every day. Okay, well, hopefully this will be an easy tat. I don't even know why I say hopefully, because it clearly is an easy one. Cool. That is a good angle. Somebody gave me some tips, some stick and poke tips on some comments. Weirdo, wirdo, or something like that. Told me about how you can run a lighter over your needles before you start poking with them, when you have like a couple needles together. Like this one, it's a three liner, so it's got 3 needles in like a group, and then when you poke, you get 3 needles poking in all at the same time. It's great, right? This weirdo said hey, so if you run a lighter over the needles, but not to the bar, just on the needles, then what will happen is the needles will open up a little bit, just a little bit, because they're expanding, and then they can't grow closer together because that's physically impossible if they're expanding. So they have to separate ever so slightly, and apparently doing that lets more ink gather inside the needles, in between them. And I never thought of that before, but yeah, so like when you have a bunch of needles together, they actually hold like little bubbles of ink between them. They just get stuck up in there, and as you poke, it falls down. But if you run a lighter over the needles, then they open up a little bit more. And apparently you get more pokes, and you get more distinct pokes, and it's like all better, apparently. So I'm gonna make a little video testing it out and see what it looks like. This is gonna be a very strange, it's not gonna be, not strange, but I'm not really putting these dots in a good like line. They're kind of like in weird random groupings around the circle, so it's fun, but it might turn out a little, I don't know. I have some tattoos where I tried to make thick lines with a single needle, just by poking like around inside the line, and it looks bad. I mean, it's kind of an interesting style because it looks like unfinished, but I don't know. Maybe if I did enough of them like that, it could just be called a type of style. My mom made beet sauerkraut. Like sauerkraut, but it's purple. Anything with a creamy sauce. Ooh. Rice, pasta, potatoes. Like au gratin potatoes, like sliced thin potatoes, and then a cheesy, creamy sauce in like a dish. I mean, that is some good stuff. I don't have enough cream sauce. I don't know why I don't think of that because I'm always like trying to figure out like what recipe to make, but I never think of recipes. So I just always end up eating like really trash. But maybe if I remembered sauces really do a lot to making a dish more tasty and fun and worth making. Cream sauce. Okay. I'm gonna keep cream sauce in mind this week. That is actually some like real scratcher style food. Because you can put cream sauce on anything and it's gonna be good. And it's gonna be filling, and it's gonna be, I don't know, it's kind of like giving yourself a tattoo where it's like, it's not about the cost, even though cream sauce is not that expensive. But it's like, you don't need that extra. You know, you just got your cream sauce, you just got your needles, and you can do pretty much anything with that, and it's gonna work. Au gratin, cheesy potatoes, pasta Alfredo. Get some chicken. This is not the same as creamy sauce, but I really like sausage gravy. Like biscuits and gravy, I think, is a good scratcher meal because the protein for the long-lasting energy and the carbohydrates for the long-lasting energy, and it fills you up, and it's just that back home flavor. That's what you want. I got a couple ideas for the Scratchers post. I was supposed to have it updated. I don't even feel bad about not having it updated because I know that it's gonna be dope or whatever. So we'll get there. But so I'm not even gonna add, but I think Scratcher foods would actually be like a pretty worthwhile, like Scratcher recipes. Like, oh my god, making food from Scratcher's post? Come on. I don't even know why I changed the whole page for that. Oh, this is actually a really nice angle to just be tattooing at, too. What's my problem not just sharing this wholesome ass view? It's like you get the full experience right there. Yeah, Scratcher's cookbook would be cool. Mashed potatoes with Salisbury. Ooh, Salisbury steak. When was the last time I had that? Ooh. That's nice. I should learn how to make that, like, correctly. I should find out the Food Network way to do that. Don't do this to me. Haha. Wait, what exactly? No, I know. No, wait, no, I don't. Oh, yeah. What else? Cheesy sauce on broccoli? Hello. A half-baked brownie. That's another good one. Oh, just cookie dough. Just eating cookie dough. That's Scratchers. That's so Scratcher, it's not even, like, that's pre-Scratcher. Like, that's, like, I am cookie dough. You know what I mean? I think this tattoo's done, and I'm just gonna keep poking it because I'm enjoying this presence. And I also feel bad because, wow, a 30-minute tattoo. I should be proud of myself. This is a pretty cool, that was a pretty worthy, stream. I don't even want to, I wonder if there's something I should touch up or something. Yeah, I'll touch up my bear trap while I'm here. It's all in the same spot. It's all the same ink. And it's like same theme even because it's like a different, remember the bear trap? That was Linda and there was in a different setting. And now we got this power button, both of which were perfect tattoos for me to be in a rush because I didn't have time to draw them super properly. Okay, right now, this location on my elbow feels good to poke, and I'm not ashamed to admit that this is like currently, I could do this for a while. Maybe that's the trick. That's where I always get messed up when I'm doing tattoos, is the whole system of having to go back over something a while ago that I did, and it hurts, even with like the longer lining ones. But this, since it's so easy, I'm just like poking all the same spots over and over, and it just feels good. So now I want to keep that in mind for future tattoo choices, because if I can make them feel like this while I'm poking instead of painful. Because this feels like I'm right now, this poking this thing feels like I'm scratching an itch that's been itching a long time. That is satisfying as hell. Whew. That's not even self-harm. That's like straight up, that just feels good. Alright, well, I'm gonna wipe it and then I'm gonna work on that bear trap. Because we did it. Actually, maybe it's not done yet. Maybe I'm wiping a little ahead of schedule. Nope, that's all good. Yep. How do I show it off? There we go. Power symbol. Dope. Oh man, I like how you can see that one from far away. I like that. Alright, let's get this bear trap finished up. Let's get some lube on it and keep on poking it. I will likely have to adjust my camera. But what do you do? Alright. Hey, I don't have to adjust it. How about that? Yeah, it's so pokeable. Easy. I stand by this bear trap tattoo so hard. I love it so much. It's like my most stick and poke tattoo. Like of all my tattoos, this one is definitely the most stick and poke. Like as a style, as when I just knowing that I drew this in my car, I'm like, wow, this is fun. It just feels good to have on me. And it just has so much meaning in it, situationally and symbolically. So I'm just like, let's keep on doing it that way. More things in my life I should do the way I did this bear trap tattoo. You know, with love and faith. That it's just gonna be dope. Why wouldn't it be? It's a bear trap. It's cool. Just go for it. And then it turned out nice. Now it's gonna be sharper. That's what we want. Cool. That'll do. Nice. That's I don't know. I guess I just feel good. I guess I just feel good about it. Wasn't even thinking about doing this one today. But sometimes things just happen. And if things feel good, that means you're doing something right. I mean, depending on what type of good, let's be honest. Because sometimes things feel good that are not good. And I think those are just as important. It's just as important to not do the things that seem like they feel good, but that are sort of trickery. Like drugs. Not saying anybody shouldn't do drugs, except for that they're not good for you. But maybe a little bit is fun. You know, we all like to have fun. But I think it's like just as important to know that doing drugs, no matter how good it feels, isn't good for you. And to avoid that, as it is to not avoid doing the things that do make you feel good. I know that's like pretty convoluted, but I stand by it. Let's just get some of these little areas cleaned up, angle-wise. That's nice. Cool. And then we want to get this side too. Yes. And then I'm just gonna come around this back end because I want you to know where the ridge of this circle is. Like the teeth were almost fine, and it was the outside lines that needed the touching up. Oh, and then oh no, that looks like an actual pen smudge. I thought that little guy right there was representative of an old missed poke, but I don't think so. I think it's temporary. There's a couple spots on my body where I have accidental pokes, and it's like, oh man, I didn't want that poke there. But what do you do? There we go. I'll just keep saying that. Oh, and then I want to make sure to get the thing in the middle done, or else it just looks like weird spikes. It needs to have the attachment to the center. There we go. There we go. Say it again. There we go. That's what I need to get. I'm gonna write that down. A there we go counter. I'm gonna have a button, and I can see if I ever have a new record of there we goes. There we go counter. Every idea is a good idea. Okay. The green dot. Good question. I think it should still be there. There's no reason it shouldn't, but my hands are covered in stuff right now, so it's actually really hard to look. It's like somewhere in that mess of blue dots is a teeny tiny green dot, and I'm sure I'll get a picture of it. I'll find it after I wash my hands. Then you'll all see. Okay. I wonder how many more of these teeth I want to do. I'm gonna give it a wipe and see how I feel about it. Well, no, let's just finish it. What's the point of doing a touch-up if I'm not actually gonna... Why would I do this and then later I'm gonna be like, hey, let's do another touch-up on the bear trap? That would be fucking crazy. So let's just do it all the way. Cool. Now I'll know that the bear trap is touched up and done, and I won't have to do, whenever I'm thinking about what's a tattoo I could touch up, I'll have to think of a different one now. Just get this one out of my brain. Let it be complete. Or at least as complete as possible. Do, 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 do. There we go. Oh. Cool. right. Let's see how much more do I want to do. Why do I always ask myself that instead of just finishing it? Come on. No reason to stop, just finish the whole thing. Just do all the pokes and then wipe it and it'll look better and you'll feel better. There we go. Cool. We're getting there. And then I can pat myself on the back. All right. Yay. Okay. Almost done. Gonna get these bottom teeth. These ones, if I was a bear and I stepped in this trap, these bottom teeth I think would be digging into the back of my calf on the right side of it, or on the outside of it. I'm picturing if I stepped on it with my right foot. You know what I mean? That's worth considering. All things to think about and wonder when you're tattooing yourself, so that every piece of your tattoo has meaning. Identify which teeth do what. Identify, maybe some of these teeth are dull, and you could count those as weak spots in the trap. You know, it's up to you. It's your tattoo. But the more meaning and detail you put into it, the more you're gonna love it. And that pretty much goes with everything, not just tattoos. So if you don't tattoo yourself and you still want to have a little takeaway from today's lesson, let it be that. Let it just be, you get to decide what everything means. If you step in a bear trap, maybe that bear trap is not tetanus. Maybe it isn't going to give you hepatitis. Maybe it will just give you a cool scar. Right? I don't know how else to apply this lesson to a non-tattoo situation. That's not my job. That's your job as an audience member to apply what entertainment you've gotten from this to life. Don't ask me. I know you did. Reconnected. I wonder if it went away for a second. But if it did, then I'm sorry, and if it didn't, then I'm sorry for bringing it up. But that's a bear trap, and that's a power symbol. And I'm gonna wait for Linda to tell me that it's okay for me to leave before I turn off. But otherwise, dude, 50 minutes, and we got a little chat and a little drawing and a new tattoo and a touched up tattoo. Feeling pretty good about that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to look up how to stretch your shoulder so that it doesn't hurt anymore. Apparently stretches do the trick. I guess if you haven't been to the Scratchers post yet, that's okay. Go over there, scratcherspost.com, and check it out. And sign up. You need an email address. Post your favorite, post pictures of you. There's all kinds of things you could put on there. It's really an open thing. So, hey, check this out, and then I'm just gonna go, even if Linda doesn't tell me that I'm allowed to, because that's just life sometimes. But never mind. I'm gonna save it for a secret, and I am gonna wait until I'm allowed to go. But yeah, remind me if I've got a secret, and if anybody wants to know, you can reach out, and then I'll get you on the know so that you can be an early adopter. I think that videos might not work on Scratcher's Post actually, because I know that photos do, but I'm gonna have to check that out. That's a good question, and I'm gonna keep that in mind, because videos are cooler than photos. But we've got some new projects coming up. We, as in everybody who wants to be involved in some projects. So if you want the early access information, let me know, and then I'll make sure that you've got a Scratcher's profile before I actually share any insider stuff with you. I'm gonna, darn it, be better about being there next week on Tuesday, and that will be a good day to do it. I am also hungry. Linda would have posted last year, so I'm the dick for not going on there. But what do you do? Okay. That's pretty much everything I've got. I did the tattoo, so I don't even know why I'm pretending that I owe you anything else, except for my ultimate gratitude, my sincerest thanks. Is that the same thing? I think it's the same thing. And yeah, and then the only other thing I can think of that I would owe is to sit here and drink my water for another second and act like I think that I turned the stream off, and it would be like kind of like a bit, and then I would realize that it was still going and I would have to correct. So that is all. Oh God! Oh, I'm so